we're going to make the thread. We make the thread using the same. And this technique is just by twisting and spinning. Here, for example, just we have the thread here. And here we don't have to tie it. Just we connect all these fibers with the thread to start making the thread. Everything like this.
And so the operator, do they twist
No.
the wool as they do it, or does it?
Here, that's the reason this is a spinning wheel. Here, we have to start wheeling here. Then, here is going to start twisting. So here, just we here with the hands. She's my grandmother. Here, just we take with our fingers and then start pulling.
Oh, okay. Yes, sir.
Here later at the end, we have a mirror and you can see. And this is a way how we make all these threads. Also, we make different tones or different shades from gray because the color will depend on the base. Now, you can see here, this is the final yarns that we want. We get those yarns because this is a better way to dye all the colors. And now, to get all these beautiful colors, we're going to use basic natural dyes. Like I said, now you can see many rocks here in the States, all the states, in Mexico, in the town. You're going to see, or when you go to Oaxaca, you're going to see many rocks, also in the city. And you're going to see the color is very bright with some rocks. And the color is with chemical colors. They tell you, yes, it's natural, but no, it's chemical colors. You're going to see the difference. You can see all of these rocks that we have here. It has like a little matte color. And when it's with chemical color, the chemical is very bright. And that's impossible getting with natural colors. For example, to get black colors, we use skin. The name of this is Misachi. This is from the acacia, from the skin tree. This bean we have to collect it in the mountains, in the valley. We have to mash it, we have to boil it, and then we're going to get a really black color using a natural black. Then we get a really black color. This one looks like brown, but we consider this a natural black. Yes. And this is for black colors. Another color that we use is the marigolds for yellow colors, or cempasúchil. We use this flower in Dia de Muertos. We go to Oaxaca also, you're going to see this flower in November everywhere, because we use it in Dia de Muertos. So this flower, the same process. We have to collect it, we have to let dry, we have to soak it, we have to boil it, and then we get a really bright yellow. Like I said, the color or the tone will depend on the time, concentration, and also which kind of beads we start using. For example, if we use white wool, we're going to get a really bright yellow. But if we use gray wool, we get another kind of yellow. So we need to play with the bases to get different yellows. Now also, in the markets in Mexico, you can see here, or you can see in the markets, the chicken skin is very yellow. Why? Because now a lot of people, a lot of farmers, they start eating the chicken in America. That's what it is. Another color that we use is pericon, or light. This is the moss that is in the stones and the mountains. But this is for ochre yellows, like a light yellows. We don't get like a bright yellow. Also, we use, I think in English is white terrell. And the same process, we have to make like a big tea to get all the color. And to fix the color, we use alum. In other cases, like the Versace, we use sea salt to fix the color. And the color is going to be permanent in the wool. You can wash any of these rocks and the color is going to be permanent. Because chemical colors, the first time you're going to wash a color with chemical colors and the color fade. But these ones stays for a long time. To get different tones of brown colors, for example here, you can see we have some browns here, also some birds. We get it from the pecans, nuts, and walnut shells. Those shells also we use the leaf of the tree of the nogal. We have to soak it like 15 days. We have to boil it, and then we're going to get different tones of brown. Now, for red colors, we use the most important and expensive color. Now it's considered the king of the colors. It's considered also the red gold. And we use grana cochinilla. Grana cochinilla, it's a little bug. It's a little parasite that grows on cactus on the nopal. So I need to bring the cactus, but here I bring some dry cochinilla. You can see here, we have the dry cochinilla here. Cochinilla, it's a little bug. It's a little parasite that grows on cactus. So, also, we have to buy this cochinilla in a farm in Oaxaca. There is a farm in Oaxaca, the name of that farm is La Panochestle. In that farm, they have to collect one by one. They have to scrape one by one, kill it by steamer, and they let it dry in the sunlight to save it like this. That's the reason. And also there is two kinds of cochinillas. There is the male and the female. The male turns in a little butterfly and go away. The color is the female. It's like, it also looks like a little bit. So here we have the fresh cochinilla. And the color is inside. So that's the reason we need to grind it with these metates to get the color. Here, I bring some grinded cochinilla, and you can see here how the cochinilla looks. And the name of this color is carmine. So here, I'm going to make a sample.
Viene del, este parásito viene del nopal y es ajá, en el zapato en el metal. Sí, que está en el nopal, pero digamos el hombre se va y este está fino, pues, entonces este solamente. Si alguien le dice, oh, es que usamos
Have some water,
eso es mentira.
some grind it, you can see how we get
Mire, comenzamos.
¿Y este bien poquito? No, tiene mucho. Este es el color principal que saca. Like the principal color that we have. The first part. But here now, for us, you can see here, to get different tones from a cochinilla, to get reds, oranges, and purple, we need basic pH, just like a basic chemistry. For example, here, what happens? We use lemon juice. This is an acid, natural acid, some drops of lemon juice, and you can see what happens. Change the pH. But if we use the opposite, I'm going to use baking soda. This is an alkaline. This is a base, and you can see what happens. Some baking soda. And we get purples, magentas, lilas, different tones. From the cochinilla, we can get like 35 tones or more just playing with it. Now a lot of people, they start using this cochinilla for the makeup industry, for chocolates, medicines, cakes, even the now Oaxaca, they have now a red mezcal that is with granite. So I need a volunteer. I'm gonna make some color. So here, I'm going to put some cochinilla here because each person has a different pH. You can see here now. So here, for example, here I'm going to put also a little water, and you can see here this is the color that we get. But now, like I said, also same process. If we use lemon juice, you can see what happens. And also the same process. If we use baking soda, an alkaline, a base, and you can see, so we have to play with the bases.
And that change with each person?
Yes. Do you want to try? You can see here. De hecho, va a estar encimado como un día. ¿Verdad? Sí, las zonas son rojas porque igual agarran el ácido. You guys see here, this is the main color that we get from the kitchen. Now the same process again. Here, some drops of lemon juice. You can see here. No, pero se va a hacer más morado con el. No, pero se va haciendo. We put more baking soda is going to get that purple.
Whoa, beautiful.
So that's the grana cochinilla. Now in Oaxaca, there is many church, for example, in Santo Domingo, in Monte Alban, in Isla, there is some petroleum. They were made with grana cochinilla, and the color stays on. So it's a very Hispanic color, and it's forever. It's a permanent color. That's for red colors. And now, for blue colors, for blue, we use also a very important color. So also bring just a sample. You can see here, we use, have you heard about indigo? Okay, this is indigo. Indigo is a fermented plant. It's a long process to get this indigo. Also, we have to buy this indigo in the south of Oaxaca. There is a small village, the name of that village is Oaxaca. In that village, they have to collect the plant, they have to mash it, they have to boil it, they have to leave it in a big fermentation. And finally, we try to get it like this, like chocolate. This is the only color that we don't have to boil it because we get that look by fermentation and oxidation. When we use it, we need to grind it with these metates again, and then we need to put the bottle in. We put water, we put the indigo grinded, and then we have to wait like 1 month to get the fermentation. Just we keep it warm and only. When the fermentation is done, we put white wool into the fermentation or a white yarn, and the yarn goes like yellow, like green, inside of the fermentation. When we take it out, start going into white oxidation, and then we get different tones. It's like a you know Levi Strauss, the company of the jeans? When they start making jeans, they start using indigo to dye the jeans. But now they use chemical, they use insurance. Yes.
Oh, yeah. That's all parts are Yeah.
Yes, and this is for blue color. And now the color or the tone will depend on the time and concentration. For example, if we want like a baby blue, like this one, for example, like this color, we put it like a couple of minutes. We take the yarn, we put it like 2 minutes, take it out, and we get like a baby blue. If we want like a navy color, we're going to put this yarn like 1 night to concentrate on it. Because we need a little time. And now to get green color, the last color, for example, we get greens like this one. Here, there is nothing natural that we can get green color. So here, we use primary colors. First, we need to get yellow yarns with marigold, pericon, or moss. Then we use indigo, and then we get green color. That's for blue. And now, when we have all these beautiful colors now, we need to start weaving. And for weaving, we're going to use the looms. This is the looms that we have to use. So this is a loom. This is the biggest loom now, this year. We're going to make a huge rock. The size is going to be 5 meters by 8 meters. So it's a big. So this is the pedal looms that we have to use. You can see here on the bottom, we have a pair of pedals. These pedals we need to open, or these pedals is connected with these 2 pedals to open all these threads that you can see here. So you can see here we make a, when we step it, we make a space here. So in this space, we're going to put the ball. And then with the comb, this is the comb, just we have to comb this. Here also, we make, or we have 3 kinds of weavings. We have 3 kinds of designs. The first one, that is with lines only. When we have rows with lines, we use the shuttle or the lanzadera. It's a piece of wood. We have to put the color in the lanzadera or the shuttle, and then we have to throw it back and forth only to make lines. For example, in that glue that you can see here that we have over there, we use the shuttle. For example, here, you can see here, we have lines only. We use the shuttle to make lines. We throw it back and forth, and it's a little bit faster. But when we have rocks, we design, for example, the other kind of weaving that is with geometric design, like this one. So here, for example, to get this design, just we need to count all these threads. The white threads that you can see on the loom, just with these ones. This is the base of the rock. We need to count all these threads to get the pattern. And the color is going to be, or it's going to be color by color and part by part, but just counting only. And the pattern is in the mind. we don't have a paper or something like that. Because when we have a drawing design, for example, to make this one, or to make the tree of life, we need the pattern on paper, real size. We have the pattern, the paper real size, and then just we have to copy the design. We put the paper here on the bottom of the threads, and then with a marker, just we trace the design. And then we start following the lines. The difficult part of this kind of weavings, this kind of designs, is the circles and curves. Because for example, this one that is a geometric design, here we have lines only, we have straight parts, we don't have circles, we don't have curves. But here, the difficult part is circles. Or for example, the tree of life. And now, the time of work of each route will depend on the design. For example, to make a piece like this is going to take us about 3 weeks more or less. Because by edges we can make like this 2 or 3 centimeters by edge. This one, it is the same size, the same quality, but different work. This one is about 6 weeks of work more or less. And for example, the tree of life, also the same size like these two, but that one has more work. That one about 2 months.
And the big one?
The big one? The big one that we are going to make, the 5 by 8 meters, we are calculating a work of 1 day.
Wow.
It's going to be a route for our nurses in Guadalajara.
For a what?
Un arquitecto de la precioso. And this is the beautiful route that we make here. Also, here, that's it. All, I haven't, yes.
What's the average cost of
Okay. The price will depend on the work, like I said, more than the size. For example, in US dollar, this one, this one is $350 US. This one, the same size, same quality, but this one is $400 US. The tree of life, that is also the same size, same quality, that one is $600 US. And all these rods you can wash it, or to wash it just with cold water.
How about the one you make in the room before?
Of 30,000 US.
Pero no vayan en el piso, vayan en la pared. Son alfombras, pero para no pisarla. Son obras de arte.
You can use it for the floor. There is some designs that you can use it for to hang it like tree of life. For example, the designs here, this is a very traditional design. This is a tree of life. That is considered all the life, the family. For example, this is a modern design. This is from M.C. Escher, the famous painter. The name of this work is Metamorphosis, que va de peces a aves. This one also a very traditional design, that is the el diseño de Mitla design, that is the Zapotec snail, el caracol zapotec. This pattern is considered the Zapotec snail, that is the cycle of the life, that represents born, grown up, reproduce, and die. Nacer, crecer, reproducir, morir. Or for example, this one is more like a contemporary design. It's like a thing, or like a ombre, with all indigo colors. This one also a traditional design. You can see here, we have the Zapotec diamond. That is the symbol of the sun and symbol of the energy. And here, we have life and death, because no beginning and no ending. And for example, here, this is the symbol of good luck from the Zapotecs, la buena suerte. And here we have life and death also, because no beginning, no ending. Here we have the symbol of the universe. Also is considered the 4 cardinal points. Here the Zapotec diamond and the symbol of the universe. And this one, this is a piece of my grandfather. This is El Sol y la Luna, the sun and the moon. And that's the reason he signed it here. That's his work. This is his sign. His name is Isaac Vasquez Garcia. This is I.B.G. And now, here, I have a video. So I'm going to show you a little video. Have you seen in Craft in America? There's a program on PBS channel. 3 years ago they came to Oaxaca and they filmed us. Now the episode is in YouTube. I'm going to show you.
Mastery of cochinillo of all the hues that
Yo he ido a los Estados Unidos. Primero hice una exhibición en 1968 en Luisiana y después en el Museo Metropolitano de Nueva York en el 70 y últimamente en el Mercado de Arte Folclórico Internacional de Santa Fe, Nuevo México. El arte es universal, por eso es que los artistas se unen, porque no hay frontera. Mi especialidad es en diseños prehispánicos. Mi interés es de que la gente conozca los símbolos de nuestros antepasados. Estoy haciendo un diseño zapoteco que simboliza vida y muerte. Empieza en nada y termina en nada. Tengo 8 hijos y todos están conservando lo que es el trabajo de la artesanía. O sea, todos son tejedores, todos, hombres y mujeres. Mis hijas son los que se encargan de lavar la lana y el cardado también se encargan mis hijas. Cardar e hilar.
Para obtener un buen hilo hay que lavarlo muy bien, que esté muy limpio y cardarlo muy bien. Es un trabajo lento. No es difícil, pero es muy lento, porque todo es hecho a mano.
Y para teñir me encargo yo junto con mis hijos, porque ellos son los que se van a quedar en mi lugar. Lo importante es los colores. El índigo, el huizache, el musgo de roca, todos esos son colorantes muy buenos, muy permanentes. En las zonas arqueológicas de Monte Albán todavía se ven los rojos de cochinilla. Es un colorante prehispánico que todo mundo le gusta. Para nosotros los zapotecos, el rojo de la cochinilla es el oro rojo, o es el rey de los colores. La cochinilla es el insecto parásito del nopal, que proviene del nopal. Es el único insecto que convierte el jugo del nopal en ácido carmín. Ya nadie conocía la cochinilla en Oaxaca en el 1960, pero gracias al maestro Rufino Tamayo, Francisco Toledo, fueron los pintores que me ayudaron para revivir los colorantes prehispánicos. El maestro Rufino Tamayo, me traía cochinilla de Perú. Toledo me traía índigo de Niltepec, Oaxaca.
Teotitlán, they have been a weaving community for millennia. And the Isaac Vázquez family are respected in Teotitlán and beyond Teotitlán for the work that Don Isaac has done. He took very seriously the task of relearning what had been lost, because the weavers had been using synthetic dyes for a very long time. And he, by trial and error, by really working with the dye stuffs, came back to a mastery of cochinillo, of all the hues that you can obtain. And in my opinion, he is the master dyer in Teotitlán, and his family continues with his tradition.
Ahorita lo que estoy haciendo es moliendo la cochinilla. Se muele a base de metate para sacar el polvo, como lo pueden ver aquí.
Ya una vez molido la cochinilla, se prepara el agua para pintar con cochinilla. Se le agrega el polvo de cochinilla en el agua y para fijar y lograr los tonos de rojos se ocupa el jugo de limón. Este es el jugo de limón. Depende de la cantidad de limón, depende del tiempo del hervido, depende del color de la lana. Así se van logrando los diferentes tonos. Así se controla. Entonces se deja hervir de 1 a 2 horas y después ya queda permanente.
What was woven for the rural market, because these were worn as blankets by men in the Valley of Oaxaca and in the mountains beyond, made the transition to tapestries that are hung on walls or displayed on floors. In this transition, the weaving tradition has become enriched immensely, and people are now doing finer tapestry than was ever done, and they're much more experimental.
Yo aprendí a tejer a la edad de 8 años con la ayuda de mi padre y de mi abuelo. Juntos ellos me enseñaban a tejer. Nosotros llevamos en la sangre toda esta bonita tradición porque es de por vida.
We celebrate Dia de Muertos, and one of the traditions that they have here in Teotitlán is that from 3 p.m. when the spirits come and visit us, from that time, the bells keep ringing 24 hours. My father is from Teotitlán del Valle. I am half Zapotec, half Michoacana, and since I was born in the United States, half American.
¿Cómo la nuez? ¿Cómo la está dando? ¿A 10?
I met Wilmer and we fell in love, and we are planning to marry pretty soon here in Teotitlán. The Vasquez family celebrates Dia de Muertos. We buy in the market bread, flowers, fruit. Then we buy nuts, seeds, we make chocolate, and that's for the altar.
Para preparar el altar debemos de ponerle pan, frutas, las flores, cañas, las velas, veladora, agua. Las cañas es muy importante porque va formando un arco, que eso representa la entrada de los muertos y salida de ellos también. Y también es la vela que usamos para la llegada de los difuntos, es la luz que va alumbrando.
María es mi esposa, fue mi esposa porque ya murió. Los honramos porque ella es una persona muy importante en la familia. Fue una persona muy importante para mí porque me ayudó mucho. Así es la tradición de que vienen compadres, ahijados, familiares cercanos.
The belief is that Maria Vasquez comes and there must have mezcal, soda, and beer because that's what she loved to drink. If there's none of those things there, then something might happen, like a superstition. I do see influences from Oaxaca in Los Angeles. One of them is Dia de Muertos. They have the same food, same kind of altars, but here in Totitlan, this is serious. This is not like a game. Dia de Muertos is a really, really heart-to-heart celebration.
Yo cuento con 82 años y tengo 70 años en este trabajo, pero tengo ganas de seguir trabajando. Me gusta estar en el telar y yo creo que me moriré en el telar. Que en cada tapete siento un poquito de mis manos, mi corazón y mi mente. Eso es lo que siento en los tapetes. Porque así solamente se puede tejer. Y no solamente con las manos, con la vista, con la cabeza y con los pies. Y con el corazón.
Felicidades.
¿Tiene una pregunta? Somebody has a question?
I didn't hear at the beginning that you mentioned how long has your family or the tradition of the rugs been going on? How many years?
It's the great grandfather of my grandfather. They also were weavers too, but in that time people they used only black and white wool. So my grandfather he also learned how to weave, but he was the first person to rescue the colors. So with this old color, with these natural dyes, it's like 70 years. I'm like 70 years working with this natural dyes.
But didn't it say that your family had been doing this for a millennium, right?
¿Y tú vives allá en Teotitlán?
Sí, yo vivo allá en Teotitlán.
¿Y allá los comercializan y todo?
Sí, allá los vendemos. Bueno, allá los hacemos, allá los vendemos.
¿Y exportas aparte de Estados Unidos a otros países?
A todos los Estados Unidos. De hecho, el mercado número uno para nosotros es los Estados Unidos.
Felicidades.
Casi 80%.
Sí, claro.
And if you are here in the United States, how often where do you buy them here? Is special order?
Which one? The rugs?
Not here.
No, it's the regular that we have, the designs that we make. Sometimes the customers go to the or visit workshop in Oaxaca.
Okay.
They buy some and they bring it here. Also, we have some customers that they have like a wholesale. Like Walleries or something like that. Yes. Buy a lot. Also, we're still participating in a big market. It's an international full card market in Santa Fe, New Mexico. Now, that market is considered the best market in the States for full card. It's about 50 countries, the best of the best from all the world, and we have it for 7 times.
Y por la felicitación, maestro, de verdad, sí,
Gracias.
una bellísima obra.
Cada tapete lo hace un tejedor.
Sí, el que le empieza lo termina.
¿Cuántos tejedores tiene?
Nosotros somos pura familia. Es mi abuelo el principal. Él tiene 3 hijos, 5 hijas. Y somos más de 23 nietos. Así que somos alrededor de unos 45 tejedores, pura familia. Sí, más fuerte. Esa buena forma es de le voy a hacer no, ahorita ya está.
Mis hermanos vamos a
Y ese es uno de los iniciativos, aquí estamos, ¿no? Despedimos.
Sí, por la mañana. Sí, a la Ciudad de México se han hecho guacamoles.
Good evening. My name is Tara Puna and I'm Executive Director of the Brownsville Historical Association. This is one of the museums that we operate. It's the Heritage Museum. I welcome you all here tonight. We're excited about this program. We think it's very informative and we're happy to partner with the Consul's office. So I'd like to just hand it over to Consul Guez so he can do the proper introductions here.
Gracias. Thank you very much. Buenas noches a todos. Thank you. I can speak in Chinese if you want. Okay. It is an honor to be here and we feel very happy to be partners with the museum and having the opportunity to have today two artisans from my hometown, Oaxaca. Wow. So I happen to know his grandfather also, and I have some artistic works from his grandfather, so it's for me like a family. We are from Teotitlán del Valle, which is a small town about 30 miles from Oaxaca City. And they have not only this tradition of the bronze weaving rose, but also some very specific and fantastic food, very Hispanic food. They cook one thing that is called caldo de piedra, and they cook iguanas or lizards also. And they are very, very good food, but they are not here for the food. Es que muchas gracias a todos y espero lo disfruten, es un trabajo extraordinario. Thank you very much.
Hi everybody.
Hi.
Hi. My name is, good evening everybody. My name is Wilmer Vasquez. I'm from Oaxaca, Mexico. We live in Teotitlán del Valle. We are a big family of weavers, Zapotec weavers. The principal of this work is my grandfather. His name is Isaac Vasquez. Now, he's 85 years old. He's still working on this, and he was the person who rescued all these natural dyes and these techniques a long time ago. Also, our village, Teotitlán del Valle, is a Zapotec community. It's a Zapotec town. Also, we still conserving the native language that is a Zapotec. I'm going to say something in Zapotec. If you can repeat what I'm saying in Zapotec, I'm going to give that rock. I'm going to say it slowly. Sakshin, Rosata, Cuenca de Diotore, Tega Lutin, you don't share the machine. So, what's that? Somebody can that I said in Zapotec, it's a pleasure to be here. I'm going to show you how we work here, how we make this beautiful project. Teotitlán del Valle is located in the south of Oaxaca, from like 30 minutes from Oaxaca City. It's a small town. The name of this Teotitlán, it's two words. Teo, that means God, and Tlan, that means place. So it's considered a place of gods. It's a very sacred traditional. So, like I said, the principal is my grandfather. His name is Isaac Vázquez Garcia. He was the person who rescued these colors, these techniques, long time ago. Also, he worked with Francisco Toledo, Rufino Tamayo. We worked together because my grandfather he started making rugs. And the famous painter Francisco Toledo and Rufino Tamayo, they helped him to rescue the colors again. Because long time ago, also people, they started using chemical colors. And chemical colors is toxic, it's cheap to use, but the quality is not the same as the natural color, the natural dyes. That's the reason my grandfather, we are in many books, many articles that talk about us, about my grandfather. For example, this is one book of many that we have. This one is Mexican. This book recopilates the extracts from Mexico with gold, silver, bones, and my grandfather has a silver. She's my aunt and my grandmother making the carving plans. This is another book that we have also. Somebody knows who is this person? Toledo was a famous painter. He passed away in November, October. In this book, this is also volcano. This book was published in Washington, here in the States, from the Smithsonian Institute. Also, many artists like Leonora Carrington, Rufino Tamayo, Francisco Toledo, and also my grandfather. That's the reason many generations. My father, his name is Geronimo, and now I'm the youngest master weaver. So I started weaving when I was 7 years old. So I'm 22 years weaving. I'm 30 years. So the first material that we have to use in this village is the wool from the sheep. First, this wool, we need to buy it. We live here. Teotitlán is located here. So you live in Oaxaca. So we need to buy the wool in the Mixteca area, in the north of Oaxaca. We buy it there because it's a cold place and the wool is much better, the quality is much better. That's the reason when you go to Oaxaca, it's very hot. That's the reason we need to go to the Mixteca area to buy the wool. And we can buy it like this. This is the white wool, and this is the black wool. When we buy this wool, we need to wash it. For to wash it, we're going to use a pre-Hispanic root. The name of this root is amole. This is the natural soap that we have to use. It's like a root that was like yuca, you know the yuca? It's similar. It's like also like the wasabi for the sushi. It's similar. The flavor is very strong. That's the reason when we buy it like this, when we get it like this, we need to peel it. We have to mash with a stone or molcajete, and then we're going to use the fibers and the juice of the samole. So this is going to be the natural soap. We go to the rivers with the baskets like this, bigger, a little bit bigger. We take the wool, we take the amole, and then we start washing in the river the baskets to clean all this wool. And when it's already washed, just put it on the floor and with the sunlight dry it. And now, when we have this wool already washed, now we need to start process all this wool. We need to brush all this wool. For to process, this is a process or the carbon process. We're going to use these headings. The meaning of this is camas. So for example here, you can see here that we have some gray wool. There is no gray sheets. So there is only white and black sheets. To get gray wool here, we need to mix black and white wool. So here, for example, I'm going to take a little bit of this black and white wool. Here. And then we start cutting the wool. You can see here, we need to mix all this wool. We want to get only one color, and we want to put all these fibers in one direction, because later we can make it red. I'm going to continue. And you can see here, how we are mixing all this wool. We are getting only one color, and we are putting all these fibers in one direction. One more time. Then the other, remove it. And now, this technique is just like this. Just very lightly, we have to press it just like a light touch. Because if we press it too much, then it's more. Somebody would like to try and work with us? Are you listening to that? Now the opposite, always the opposite. Here, and keys, it's very loose. And then just let it lightly on the top of it, like a light touch. Because if we press it, that's a problem. Just careful, it's a sharp place. Sí, si uno le presiona se va.
Mi mamá me ponía cuando yo era niño, ¿sí?
You made it look easy.
It's hard to make. Es que se trata muy fácil. Isaac, tú lo haces muy fácil.
Pues tú puedes practicar.
Mi papá le traía lana de rancho y la jugaba, y entonces a nosotros nos ponía a cargar. Y ella hacía cobijas para creencia, pero las hacía las cobijas con tela americana y con la lana de rancho. Y entonces las cobijas muy cariñosas. Sí, ya está, ¿sí?
Anybody want to take over?
Yes, like that. Somebody else read right? And everything is by hand. We don't use machines or anything like that. Because now, also a lot of weavers in the town, in the plant, they start using wool from factories. And now it's mixed with synthetic fibers. So we don't use synthetic fibers, we use 100% wool. We make this process all by hand. Now there is machines that we can make this process, but we use machines. Everything by hand. Somebody else will try?
Why you don't use machine?
Because when we make the threads, or when we use threads from factories, the quality is not the same as the hand. Yes. That's the reason. Everything with this Consul. I'm going to continue. Just like this, just very tightly. Just if you press it, that's it. Continue, just like this only. Then the other, the opposite. Now you can see here. We're still having lumps here. I don't want these lumps. That's the reason in the town, when we are at home, when we are at the workshop, it's going to take me like 10-15 minutes to get a good piece. And when we have a good piece, we are now we can make the thread. Here, for example, here, this piece that you can see here, you can see the difference. You can see we have already one color, and now you can see here we have all these fibers in one direction. And now with a piece like this, so I didn't bring the spinning wheel because it's a big piece. That's the reason